Yo, what it do, man? This is Guy Mailman, and we are back, baby. Welcome to the show, man. Hope y'all having a great day. The Mailman Show, and we are about to get ready and talk about something that came across my mind, and what that is. Why are people willing to risk and take chances with bad investments, but they won't take a risk and a chance with a legit investment? Let's talk about it. Welcome to the show. Make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe, and follow button. Let's get them numbers up for me. Let's get this thing popping. I'm gonna grow with y'all, man. Welcome to my show where we think outside of the box. Let's get to it, baby. So let me ask you a question. And I want you to think really, really good before you answer. All right? I want you to think about it. So I want to ask you a question. Here's my question. What if I walked up to you and said, give me 20,000 or more, and I'm going to invest it into a business? Any business I decide to pursue, I have that right to do it. I have a full business plan, a strategy, a vision. I know what I want to do, where we're going to go with this plan, completely laid out. But I look you dead in your face. I look you dead in your face, in your eyes. I need you to understand something first. That you are going to invest this 20,000 or more, but you might not never see it again. You might not never see it again now. The investment could collapse. You could lose every single dollar. Every single dollar that you give me, you could lose it. Now, with all that being said and knowing, here comes the question that I really, really want to ask you the most. Knowing all the risks, knowing that you might not never see the money again, would you give me 20,000 or more dollars to invest into a business? Now, most people gonna be like, no. Most people gonna be like, no. But is there anybody that'll give me a yes? Is there one person that'll give me a yes? Two people that'll give me a yes? Three people? Anybody that'll give me a yes? I want to know. I really, really want to know. Because let me break it down. For those that say no, let me break it down to you. Let me see. I made me a few notes here. All right. If you said no, you wouldn't. Let me give you a list of things that people risk money on with no return on their money. People will go gambling, lottery tickets, scratch offs, casino tables, slot machines, sports betting, online betting, dog betting, neighborhood betting, spades, dominoes. Y'all will take that bet. And your chances of really winning is 0 to none. The house is set up to win more than it is for actual winners. But y'all will still gamble y'all money for a chance to win on something that you do not control. All right, let's keep going. Another thing is alcohol, hookah, nightlife. Y'all will do that. Club, y'all go to the club, buy the section. Bottle services, y'all gotta have the bottle girls bring y'all all the bottle services with the sparklers and put on the show, and they dance and sway back and forth. Rack up a bar tab. You know, you got to get your hookahs and smoke your hookahs. Big time party events you got to stun on. But the thing about it, all that money you spent in one night on the bottle services and turning up, You could have started an LLC, could have built a website. You got down, you could have ran ads, you could have bought equipment. You got so many things that you could have did, but yet you spent it on something that's not going to give you any return on your investment. I'm talking about 100% non-refundable on your investment, buying sections, bottles, and bar tubs, hookahs, and all that on. But yet, when somebody asks you for an investment with a business plan, you give them the pushback about not giving them the money because they might lose it. But you losing it anyway. But I guess it's okay since you're losing it on something that you want to lose it on, even though it's not going to give you no return. But you're taking a risk where somebody could give you a return. It's more scarier to you. Let's continue. Y'all will spend money on fast food and convenience eating, drive-thrus, Uber Eats, DoorDash. And Uber Eats and DoorDash is the most craziest thing to me. Y'all will spend money on that just to be lazy. Now, it comes in handy for like if you out of the, like my homegirl, she stays in Seattle and she has to send something to her mom sometimes. So Uber Eats, DoorDash, that comes in handy. That comes in handy. I get it. That does. But just because you lazy and you don't want to get in your car, you'll just go ahead and spend the money. Now, granted, it does give people jobs. I'm not knocking that part. It does give people jobs. But if you can do that, why not be willing to put the money into another investment? Because you got a car parked outside and you could have went and picked your own food up. You know what I'm saying? You could have saved money by going grocery shopping for the week. So you could have took that sacrifice and invested into a business. Because let me see, we did the numbers here. The average person spends $15 to $40 a day on food. So if you look on a monthly basis, it can be anywhere between $450 to $1,200 a month just in fast food and convenience eating. Anywhere on a yearly to $5,400 to $14,400 a year. If you spend $14,000 on fast food and convenient eating, you know you could do a lot with that money. Now, if you already got your situation set up and you got your financial structure properly set up and the money that you are spending is coming off your investments, I'm not talking to you. This video ain't to you because you already understand the game. You already don't mind taking risks. You don't mind spending the money. So this video is not for you, but this is for those that don't understand. People will go out and spend a bunch of money on designer clothes and status. Luxury sneakers, designer belts, high-end handbags, watches, jewelry, unnecessary kits for the cars, buying unnecessary things for the house, just ridiculous things people go out and spend money on that don't have value. They depreciate fast, but they're going to go spend it because they're going to look good. They're going to look good while they're going broke. That's the thing about it. They gonna look good while they going broke. That's wild to me. That's wild. But hey, if looking good to go broke is your thing, then do all that you need to do to be amazingly broke. All right, let's keep this ball rolling, man. Let's see what else other people would spend their money on. Electronics. Yep. Electronics and tech. Yep. People will buy a brand new iPhone. Every year you got a new phone, new tablet, smartwatch. Instead, you don't have to get a new phone every year. You can get a new phone every 5 years, every 3 years, but you don't need no phone every year. That money that you spend on buying a new phone could go to doing some marketing for the business. Buying different TVs every time they come out, the 102 inch, and you got a 98 inch. But you about to go spend all this money to get an extra 4-inch TV, 4 inches added onto a TV when you already got a 98-inch screen TV. Come on, bro. You could have invested that money. But hey, you watching a nice game going broke on your big TV, your new big TV. All right, let's see. We know about the Karl Mars. I already said that. Subscriptions. You spend a lot of money on subscriptions that you don't use and don't need. Cancel them subscriptions. Cancel that. You know, you got to keep doing it. Vacation without monetization on it. You ain't doing no monetization on it. You ain't going out blogging your vacation. You just on vacation. You ain't taking notes so you can share it to turn it into something that can be an educational moment for somebody else. You just spending money. You got to understand everything that goes on in your life can be turned into a financial payday. But you ain't using your head to do it. But yet, if somebody asks you, hey, you got the money, I got the knowledge, come invest in me, you nervous because it's not 100% guaranteed. But nothing is 100% guaranteed. You'll buy weed, cigarettes, all your recreational drugs that you want to make you feel good and put on for the party of the people. You'll do all that. But yeah, you won't invest into somebody with a business, or you won't invest that money into your own business. So what I'm saying to you is this. When I ask you, if I ask you for 20,000 or more, would you give it to me? For those that would say no, and I came with a solid plan, but you saying no just because I gave you 100% of the truth that, hey, this can be a success, but it can also be a failure. You let the failure part of the conversation scare you more than the success part of the conversation. So a lot of people are not successful in life because they think about the things that could go wrong, but they block out all the things that could go right. And then they wonder why they stay in the same situation and see others progressing and ask themselves, but such and such doing it, I had that same idea. Well, the difference between you and such is they executed. You didn't. You just let the idea idle in your brain, marinate, and you didn't do nothing with it. And when you had somebody that could have did something with it, since they told you that you could lose, you don't want to take a risk. But you will listen to somebody that'll sell you a lie that you know a lie. You know is a lie. But you will still take a risk. And you might say, Mel, how I know it's a lie? They come at me and it sound good. If a person tell you that they're going to give you 100% guarantee that the business is going to be successful, they lied right then. Because nobody can tell you 100% certainty that they know what customers are going to do with their money. There's no way that I can predict if I buy a house out here in Cartagena, Colombia, rent that house out, put it on the market to be rented for $2,000, let's say $3,000 a month, and I guarantee you it's gonna get rented for $3,000 a month fast. You ain't gotta worry about it. They're gonna get it for $3,000 every month. I guarantee you that 100%. You need to run. There's no way I can guarantee what others are going to do with their money. There's absolutely no way. But what you will take is somebody says, oh, let me show you what the market is doing, what this market says, this is what the data says, and this is what this says. Yes, you might have some people that have a market that say XYZ may pay this. But you don't know how long it took for them to get it to understand why XYZ and pay this. They probably invested, let's just say, $2 million, but they didn't start seeing a return on that $2 million for 5 years. Then they still had to pay property taxes, maintenance, upkeep, and so forth. Even after that, before they was able to understand, oh well, we was trying to get 5,000 a month, but we couldn't get there. But our sweet spot came at 3,000 a month. But they'll sell it to you as a guarantee that they can do it. But that might not work for you. That model might not work for you. So if a person is telling you 100% that they guarantee, run. But if a person is giving you 100% of the facts, they got a business plan, a strategy, and they have done business before, and they just making sure you would understand, I've done business before, I made money and I lost money. I have this idea, here's the layout, answer your questions to be able to move forward. You would give them the third degree and send them running through every loop, hoop, and nook and cranny you can find before you will be willing to let that money go, versus somebody that's smiling in your face and guarantee you everything, knowing that they can't. See, you just want somebody to guarantee it, and they'll tell you that lie just to get it out your pockets. Start looking for the truth, invest into the truth. That's a better and more sound, secure investment than investing into the lie. So again, with me saying all that, I want to ask you again, would you give me $20,000 or more to invest in a business after everything that I have said in this video? Leave a comment. If it's still no, say no. But I want to hear how you think. What's your thought process? I love y'all. We out of here. Keep rocking with me. If you love what I'm doing, you like the show, keep leaving me a comment. Let's keep rocking out, doing what we do, baby. Make sure y'all check out the Can't Stop brand. I'm building something real major, real big. Love y'all, man. Let's keep building.